Would you trust your life to a science that can't even explain its own mysteries? Sounds absurd, right? But that's the reality. No matter how far technology has come, there are still phenomena out there that make even the brightest minds scratch their heads in disbelief. Things so bizarre they seem pulled from a science fiction script. Except they're very real. For decades, scientists have tried formulas, experiments, simulations, and still come up with no clear answers. And that's exactly what makes these mysteries even more fascinating. They don't follow the rules. They don't play by the book. They're like glitches in reality, reminders that maybe, just maybe, we still understand very little about the world we live in. Take, for example, the strange hum of the Earth. In the 1960s, seismologists discovered a constant vibration, a low-frequency sound emitted by our planet, completely imperceptible to the human ear. This wasn't a one-off event. It's happening all the time, everywhere. It's been nicknamed the seismic hum, and no one truly knows why it exists. Theories range from ocean waves pounding coastlines to tiny tremors in the crust, but none fully explain its rhythm, its consistency, or its eerie presence. It is as if the Earth itself is whispering a secret we are not yet ready to hear. What if that sound, constant, deep, and ghostly, is the signature of something we've never encountered, like the heartbeat of a living world? It's poetic, sure, but also unnerving, because we're so used to believing everything has a cause, a number, a formula, and yet here we are recording a song that no instrument plays, a melody written by the planet itself. Now shift your gaze outward, to the stars. What if I told you that everything you see, every galaxy, planet, star, only makes up 5% of the universe? The rest is something else, something invisible, something we can't touch or see. It's called dark matter. It doesn't emit light. It doesn't interact with regular matter. But its presence is undeniable, because without it, galaxies would spin themselves apart. It's like seeing shadows dance on the wall and realizing you have no idea what casting them. Think about that. We built telescopes to see billions of light years into space, split atoms to understand the fabric of matter, and yet, most of the universe is missing from view. It is like reading a book with the middle chapters torn out. We can guess the story, but we're always unsure if we're missing something vital. That's what dark matter is. A gap in the plot, too massive to ignore, too elusive to catch. But we don't have to go to space to find the bizarre. Inside the human mind lies one of the most powerful and mysterious forces ever observed, the placebo effect. People have literally healed from taking sugar pills simply because they believed they were being treated. Pain fades, symptoms vanish, biological processes shift, all without a real drug. Sure, some scientists blame brain chemicals like dopamine and endorphins, but can those alone explain why a fake pill can change your heart rate or reduce inflammation? We're talking about belief overriding biology. That's not medicine. That's magic dressed as science. And maybe the most uncomfortable part? It forces science to look at something it's not used to studying. Belief. Not faith in religion, but belief in outcome, in healing, in the invisible possibility that something can work. And that belief alone triggers measurable change. It's as if the mind has access to a toolbox the body doesn't understand, and every now and then it opens it without permission. And speaking of magic, have you ever heard of Hesdalen? It's a remote valley in Norway where unexplained lights float through the sky. Bright, colorful orbs that appear, hover, and disappear without warning. They're not planes, not satellites, not drones. They've been filmed, analyzed, and still, no solid answer. Some believe it's plasma created by mineral interactions in the soil. Others whisper about hidden portals or extraterrestrial visitors. What's certain is that for over 40 years, the phenomenon persists, and science can't box it in. It is, as if the valley itself holds a tear in the rules of reality, a place where the veil is thinner, where the known gives way to the unknowable. Hessdalen isn't just a mystery. It's a standing challenge to every explanation we've ever trusted, a reminder that sometimes the sky lights up not to illuminate the truth, but to show us how much we've yet to understand. But maybe the real rabbit hole isn't T in the skies or the earth. Maybe it's S in us. Because even with all our medical advances, neuroscience still can't explain consciousness. What makes you you? Where does the feeling of being aware come from? You can map a brain, scan it, poke it, study its chemicals, but that won't show you why you feel sadness, joy, or wonder. Consciousness doesn't live in a cell or a neuron. It's not a switch you can flip. And trying to understand the mind using the mind. That's a paradox that even Einstein would lose sleep over. And if you think that's wild, wait until we talk about antimatter. At the start of the universe, there should have been an equal amount of matter and antimatter, like two mirror twins born from the same explosion. But something strange happened. Antimatter vanished. Matter won, and no one knows why. It's as if the universe played favorites, or rewrote the rules in secret, leaving behind a riddle we've been trying to solve for 13.8 billion years. And then, deep underground, in ice labs and shielded chambers, scientists observe ghost-like visitors, neutrinos. These particles fly through everything. You, me, entire planets, without stopping. They don't interact with matter like other particles do. And, more bizarrely, they change form mid-flight, as if they were shape-shifting in the void. Billions of them pass through you every second, and you'll never feel a thing. It's like the universe is made of secrets we can't even perceive, let alone understand. What if neutrinos aren't just messengers from distant stars, but silent keepers of the universe's most ancient code? What if dark matter, consciousness, and neutrinos are all threads of the same hidden tapestry? Clues we keep finding but can't yet read? So what do we do with all this? We stay curious, because each of these mysteries is a door, a crack in the wall of what we think we know, and every crack lets a little more light in. But now I want to hear from you. Which one of these mysteries blew your mind the most? Had you heard of any of them before? Or do you think there are even deeper secrets still out there, waiting to be uncovered? Drop your theories in the comments. Who knows, maybe your idea is what science has been missing all along. If this video opened your eyes to how weird and wonderful the universe really is, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. And hey, there's another jaw-dropping video on the screen right now with even more mind-bending facts. Click it, and let's keep exploring this strange and beautiful reality together.